Hi, welcome to day 8 of my 90-day YouTube video challenge. I am Mimi, the founder of the 10x Money Mindset Circle for women entrepreneurs and coaches. I'm also the author of the 10x Money Mindset Wealth ebook for women entrepreneurs and coaches. And today I want to dive deep into and talk about 3 mindset paradigm shifts that are going to increase your income, your profits, and your impact in the world. But first, what's a paradigm? Your paradigm is your way of thinking. It is how you see the world. It's basically a whole framework, kind of the bucket of your thoughts, every belief, every life experience of yours, and of all the people around you, all the experiences you've adopted from everyone else around you. That goes into this framework through which you see the world. It creates your point of view, and your point of view shapes your reality. Because what you think, see, and believe creates your reality. So as a woman entrepreneur, as a business owner, it shapes how you ask for money. It shapes the kind of clients you want to create. It shapes the niche that you choose to go into. It shapes how you create profits. It shapes how you ask for the sale. It shapes whether you even ask for the sale. In your sales conversation, do you wait until the client asks you how much it costs to work with you? Or do you happily say the investment in your services? It shapes whether you're even willing to receive money. Because if you're not willing to receive money, if you're not willing to be abundant and wealthy in your business, you can't create any income. You can't create any profit. It shapes whether you see and are willing to be open to any of the other opportunities to create income, other income streams in your business. It shapes how you view passive income in your business. So how do we shift these beliefs that kind of keep us stuck? And how do we go create our new comfort zone? There are 2 buckets. The first one is the emotional bucket, and the second is the reprogramming, where we shift the belief, drop the old one, pick up a new one, repetition, repetition, repetition. So let's talk about the first one, the emotional one. That's what I call the drastic bucket, because that takes something really drastic to change or shift our behavior or how we see ourselves or the world. For example, when I was practicing law, I lost a friend. She had a brain aneurysm, and she had been complaining of headaches the week before. But nobody has time to go to the doctor when you're so busy. There's no. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. And after she died, at her desk. After she died, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to make sure I get my checkup. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm deserving of being well and healthy. I'm worthy of getting a massage every other Friday so I can distress. That never happened. For the next 7 years, it never happened. So even though this really tragic thing had happened, and I had said, oh my gosh, because of this, I'm going to do X, I never did it because I didn't feel worthy enough. Because when you feel worthy enough, you will take the action. But I didn't feel worthy enough. I didn't feel like I deserved it. I didn't feel like I was enough for it. So I never took care of myself. And then I kept getting sick and kept getting sick and kept getting sick and try to figure out, oh, what's wrong with me? Well, I don't have time, money blocks. So that was an emotional thing. And the reason why I did not take the action was because I had no profound emotional connection to the tragedy that happened. Because when you do, you will take action. One of my clients was working with me on creating a niche, but she was very resistant, as was I with my coach and many other clients with their coaches. Nobody wants to create a niche. Few people do. So she was really resistant, and I said, okay, how about you date a couple of niches? Well, during that time, her husband had a heart attack. And while they were talking and figuring out who was going to do the surgery, he needed to have surgery, she realized she wanted a specialist. Well, of course, only a specialist can do that. But she thought, oh my gosh, what if I had to choose between a general practitioner and a heart surgeon? Who would I choose? And she called me and said, I got my aha moment, and I'm going to specialize. I am going to show up for my people and really be the expert for them so that they know I am here for them and I can solve their problems. That's what the heart doctor did for me. So I was grateful that her husband pulled through. They're healthy and happy and well. But do we really want someone to die, 9/11 to happen, or for our spouses to be sick for us to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to create a shift in my life or in the way I see things or the way I approach my business? When 9/11 happened, a lot of people lost friends then. My colleagues all said, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to change the way I do this, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to lose weight. None of that happened. None of it happened. That's the emotional bucket. The second bucket is the reprogramming. That's where we identify the belief, hold it up under the microscope, see if it's true or not. Well, it's really good to also know whose belief you're carrying. On my website, I talk about wearing other people's dirty underwear. Because when we adopt other people's beliefs, our parents, our grandparents, our friends, our neighbors, our children, whoever, you're carrying around something somebody else has been holding as true, and you're making that story true and identifying everything in your world through the lens of that story. Is it really true? Is it even yours? Do you even know where you got it from? In my book, the 10X Money Mindset Wealth ebook, I asked those questions. What is your relationship to money, and where did it come from? Whose relationship have you been carrying around and creating your life through? Whose experiences are you creating your life through? Whose dirty underwear are you wearing? All right, so that's the reprogramming bucket. Today, I want to look at 3 shifts that I've used, that clients and colleagues have used, that have helped them to radically increase their income, their profits, and the contributions that they can make to the world through their business. The first one is abundance. Abundance is your birthright. You own it. There is no question about it. It is yours to receive if you're willing to receive it. Because if you're not willing to receive that you're prosperous, you're abundant, you're inherently wealthy, you're not going to be willing to receive cash. So you don't have to work too hard for money, okay? You just have to do what you're doing. You don't have to do any extra. You don't have to kill, steal, or cheat to get money. You don't have to step on anybody's head to get money. There's enough for everyone. No one is going to steal your clients from you. No one is going to come into your niche and be the better expert. You are you, and your unique gifts and talents that God gave to you are what you need to share with the world, not anybody else's. So you don't worry about everybody else. Just stay in your lane. You are abundant and have everything you need. You are worthy. You don't have to determine whether you're enough. You're enough. You're more than enough for it. You don't have to figure out whether you deserve it. You have it. It's already yours. You don't have to work extra hard just to be abundant. You don't have to work too much harder to create the opportunities in your business. You already have the opportunities in front of you. You just have to be willing to see them and receive them. Believe that you can do it. You don't have to sell your soul to the devil to create money. You don't have to twist yourself into a pretzel for people to like you to give you money. You don't have to go take clients who can't afford you because that's all you think you can settle for. You don't have to do any of those things to get money. You just have it. The belief that you're abundant is all you need. But somehow that's a trigger for people because the word prosperity triggers a lot of people. So, oh, I'm not prosperous. That's slimy. People who talk about prosperity are really greedy. No, abundance is yours. Whether you believe it or not, it's here for you. You get it when you're willing to receive it. Okay? The second shift is know yourself. You have to really know yourself. In the last couple of videos, I've talked a lot about knowing your client, your ideal client, knowing your niche, knowing who you want to work with, knowing what you do, who you serve, and the benefits you bring for your client. Well, in this case, you have to know yourself. You have to identify where you are right now. You have to know what you believe and understand about your life today, about your relationship with money today. Okay? So I'm going to look at my notes. You identify where you are right now, the foundation of all the relationships you have with money and wealth. When did you first learn about money? How did you hear about money? Were there lots of arguing in your family about money? Was there lack? Was there scarcity? What was going on? How did you grow up? What did you hear? What did people tell you about money? What is your relationship now today as a businesswoman to wealth and money? Where do you draw the line? Where do you say, oh, when I quit my job, I just want to make as much money as I made in my job? Where do you set that subconscious ceiling? So if you made $75,000 at your job, you notice that you always get to 74,500, but you never quite get to 75 because you put a ceiling that that's what you want. Subconsciously, your ego is like, if you get to 76, I'm going to die. So you can't get to 76. You get stuck there. And you try to figure out, why is it that I get to 76, 75, 75.9, but never 76? Because you created subconscious ceiling there. That's why. You know, do you have a thing of, I want to create profits, but I don't want to get too greedy. So next year I want to make $300,000. That's it. Because anything over that, I don't even know what to do with that kind of money. What does that mean? What has you believe that? What stories have you been telling yourself? Have you heard? Have you been told? Have you adopted from other people that make you not worthy of making enough money to create enough impact in the world? You know, one of the things I tell clients sometimes is it's really selfish to have something that's going to change someone's life that someone needs, and you say, I've given out 30 today. I don't think I can give any more. Imagine if somebody was sick and you had the medicine for them. You're the only one that had what they need. And you say, you know, I've given out 30 pills today. So if I give out 31, that makes me really greedy. I don't want to. So they can die because I don't feel deserving and worthy of 31, of giving 31 pills. That's basically what you're doing when you withhold your gifts and talents that God has given you for the world from the people who deserve it, because you don't feel good enough, you feel less than more than, you feel less than enough, or you don't have time, you can't afford it, you don't have the money, you don't know if it's for you, you don't deserve it. It's selfish. So get crystal clear on where you stand with your money and your relationship to wealth. How do you define wealth? Are you defining wealth through what you see on television? Or have you created your own personal relationship with wealth? I know for me, I had so much guilt and shame around making a lot of money that I would do anything I could to self-sabotage myself, to give the money away, to create debt in my life so that I wouldn't have the money anymore because it was dirty, it was yucky, I didn't want it, it made me feel greedy. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be like those corrupt African millionaires. I don't want to be like them. It was bad, but it's not true. It was just a story. I made it up, and I had an option to change that belief and shift the way I was relating to it so that I can create the business that I want for myself. It's all made up. It's all a story. They're just beliefs that you carry around in this bag. And you take one out and go, is this true? Nope. Is that true? No, throw it away. And you get something else that is actually true. You know, we see all kinds of expressions of wealth in the media. And so sometimes that turns people off. But you get to decide what you truly want. For me, wealth was being able to fly to Cape Town, even if it's just for 3 days, and sit on the beach and make jewelry. Just because I could. That was wealth for me. It's being able to say to my daughter, this month we're going to go work in Greece or in Italy or in France because I can work from anywhere because I'm making money in my business. That's my dream for my daughter and I. That's the dream I have for my business, and that's wealth to me. So it doesn't have to be, jet setting around the world. It doesn't have to be buying expensive champagne and shoes every day. But if that's what you want, then do it. It's your money. You earned it. Whatever wealth means to you, you get to decide. But you have to know yourself. Know what wealth is. Know what money is to you. Know what it means. Money is not dirty. Money is not evil. It's an amplifier. So if you're a bad person, you're just going to get worse with money. It's just going to make things worse because now you have greater opportunities to do bad things internationally. That's all that means. If you're a really good person, money is not going to corrupt you. It's going to make you better. So if you give to charity, if you give money to the poor, if you give money to people that need it and you share your wealth, when you get rich, you're going to go build schools in Africa. It's not going to change you. It's just going to give you opportunities to do greater good in the world. And how is that wrong? How is that wrong? But for you to do these great opportunities, these better things in the world, it has to start today. So sometimes you have clients come to you and say, I want to create $275,000 because I want to build a school in wherever. That happens a lot. And you say, oh, okay, well, so what kind of charity work are you doing now? Well, I can't afford it right now, but when I have money, I'm going to do it. Here's the thing. If you're not exercising that muscle today, you're probably not going to do it when you have the money. It's kind of like paying tithes in church. If you're not doing it now because you want to wait until you get a pay raise, you're not really going to pay the tithes when you get a pay raise. You know that, right? But that's my personal sermon. I'm going to let her do that, not me. So basically, whatever it is that you want to do now, that goal you have, choose today as a place to come from. You know, one of my favorite coaches always says, your goal is not a place to get to, it's a place to come from. So whatever the goal is, know yourself and start to come from that place. Start to create from that place. Start to see yourself as the person who loves creating wealth in her life so she can do more good in the world. The place where money is not dirty, but it's an amplifier of what you can do better, what you can do bigger, how much more impact you can make, how much more fun you can have, how much more joy you can create for yourself and for others, because you have way more opportunities to do so because you're serving way more people and getting paid more money. That's the know yourself part of this. The third part of this is permission. If you look at my last two videos, I talked about giving yourself permission to enjoy, that it's safe. It's okay to be wealthy. It is safe to create wealth. It's safe to get paid a lot of money. It is safe to ask for the sale. It is safe to create clients who can afford you. It is safe to do whatever you want to do with your money. Give yourself permission to fully be present in your business, to ask for the sale, to say what the investment in your services is without choking on the price, to be okay with it. My money mindset coach always says, you need to get so comfortable with saying the price of your services that it sounds like pass the salt. Nothing wrong with it. How much do you charge? $25,000. Pass the salt. There's no choking. No, that's the value that you bring. You know, and if we go look at your business right now, the value you bring is probably $75,000. So that's what you should be charging. Are you willing to triple your prices today? Because the value, so you can charge what you're worth? That's what shifting this paradigm does. It allows you to charge what you're worth and actually get it. Because you're no longer attracting people who cannot afford you. Your energy, like energy, attracts like energy. Now you're attracting people who want to pay you because they know the value you bring to the table for them. Abundance, knowing yourself, being crystal clear about what money and wealth mean to you. Not based on what your mother told you, your pastor told you, your best friend told you, but what it actually means to you. And giving yourself permission to enjoy, permission to charge, permission to ask, permission to receive money, permission to do all the things you need to do for yourself so that you can enjoy this business that you're working so hard in, this business that you built to bring joy, flexibility, and freedom, to actually enjoy that freedom. If you're having issues with dealing with money in your business, creating clients, charging what you're worth, you know, creating packages that sell, identifying a niche, or even saying the price of the investment in your services, or you know that you're undercharging, you know you could triple your rates today, I invite you to see the link at the bottom of this and check out my Money Mindset Workbook. In there, it has questions and coaching, self-coaching questions that are going to challenge your paradigm. They're going to shift your limiting beliefs in your mindset and show you how to drop what's not working, pick up what's working, and how to do the repetition work that allows you to shift it and create the actual business that you want. That's my challenge for you today. When is it going to be the right time to create the business of your dreams? The business that gives you the income you want, the flexibility that you want, and the freedom that you want? When are you going to stop playing small and actually know that abundance is yours right now? It's right here, not tomorrow, not next week, but today, if you desire and want it. When are you going to know yourself enough to know what it is you want, how you're going to create it, and then give yourself permission to just enjoy it? Life's too short for anything else. So if you like this video, like it, comment and share, and check out the workbook. Let me know how it goes. Email me, and I'll share some best practices with you on how to do those questions. Thank you.